Hey, thanks for clicking. You're listening to Time In with yours truly, Tommy Crenshaw. With me is, well, it's just me again, alone. Just doing a little recap on last night's NFL game. We're going into week one. And, it was Tampa and Dallas. Dallas in Tampa, but let's be clear. It's not Tampa, it's Tampa Bay. It's a team for the region, going all the way down to past, I guess, what you got, your Sarasotas and your Bradentons, and, you go down there, the West Coast, and you go up there even go up it too. It's a big fan base that just extends quite some distance. There's not a whole lot to take away from that game. People saying Dak was looking pretty good. Thought, okay, he wasn't going to be healthy. His O-line was having some issues, they were saying. You guys banged up. They're going to fix the holes. It looked pretty good. They were picking apart the secondary of Tampa Bay, and they were making some good plays, and people are going to criticize, just McCarthy's clock management. Does he know how to manage the game anymore? Some of these old school coaches, that seems to be a big thing, right? It's just they lose track of maybe it's the coordinators. I don't want to look. This is just basically another preseason game. I mean, it's what this is. I mean, this week, there's two division games, which they shouldn't have done that. They should have figured a way around it. I think it's New England playing Miami, and the other one escapes me. I think it's Houston. And Jacksonville at Houston, because Jacksonville, the actual stadium, is going to be hosting the Saints and Green Bay game because of the storm. So that's going to be an interesting one there, because that's you're taking a home game away. I mean, you had to because of the power situation. People are still just trying to get their lives back. So it's going to be an interesting week. There's not a whole lot to stand out. Everyone's going to speculate this and that. And, Dallas, they really were close to winning that game. But it made me think, though, that these guys, like I said, it's like another preseason game, but you already cut you down to 53-man roster. You still want to plug and play some guys. And I thought, maybe you could do something like, why do we have to get it down to 53 players? There's guys that are going to play for a lot cheaper than your league minimum. You have to work with the players, the Players Association, the union. And if you could get some of these guys that are working for us, start a new minimum. I'm not talking like minimum wage. I'm talking like a minimum of I don't know what it would be. Six figures. You're going to make. Let's just say you're making $120 out there. That's not bad to start if you're going to be a scrub or on the fence. You get some plays in there, give some of these other guys some rests. But ideally, I thought this would change the game of football. This would completely change the game of football. And I know a lot of you are going to say this is ridiculous, this is absurd. But it would be interesting to see. If you just did it for 1 year or something like that, don't have a 53-man roster. You triple. You have 150. What is that? 159? I think that's my math is right on that one. And then you start playing 2 or 3 games a week, and you start rotating guys in and out. It take a little work to figure this out, but I think that it's maybe what you would do is this: you would have to announce your starters several days before. Who's going to start, and you're going to start your guys. They actually have to be in there, say, for the better part of a quarter or the majority of the snaps. Every snap, you got to give some guys, breaks. But have them some kind of deal to where the other team gets to see, and they could do these matchups and stuff like that. You can say, okay, this corner, the safety, is going to match up great against this receiving core, these tight ends. We're going to do this. We know they're going to try these packages. They could start, doing more experimenting, because in baseball, what the pitch is going to be, and the batters kind of know. They can, managers can do their lineups. Well, in football, you could do something similar. That'd be great. You have that 3 NFL games your team on every week. And I was talking to a buddy of mine about this, and he's like, "Man, what if you took one of those games and have that like a travel game?" Like, like you're going to have one of those a home game a week, one away game a week, and then one a travel spot. Like, go to a town that doesn't have an NFL team. Like, one of those ones you're flirting with. They're doing that with the London. They've been doing that for years with London. But, I don't know, put them in some place like Milwaukee. Maybe that's too close to Green Bay. But, you put a Portland, if they I know there's violence. I don't know what's going on there. I'm not going to speculate, but you got places like big cities that don't have Cincinnati. Well, Cincinnati's the Bengals, but a lot of people say they don't have a real team there. You know what I'm saying? No offense to you Cincinnati fans. That's a good fan base. That's a great stadium. Paul Brown, you can see it from the freeway, see it right inside of it. It's like a college stadium, but it's got that cool vibe to it. But so just let me know what you think about what if they were rotating players? How does that? How would that stack up for the fans? You're gonna you have a reason why you got backup quarterbacks. And you can still have the practice squad, but a team that big, and then you split up. You'd have to pay. The problem is like you'd have to pay like some of your studs a little bit less money because owners are rich, but they're not that rich to support 150 players. I mean, it's already the biggest sport as far as number of players on the team. So that's my 2 cents going into week one. Other than that, it feels good. And that's the end of the game. Thanks for clicking. TTFN.